Hello and welcome. My name's Danielle, and I'll be your host. Today, we have Rada Nelia with us, the founder of Rada Publishing House. And I wanted to introduce you guys. Welcome, Rada. It's such a pleasure to have you here and discuss the next and upcoming book, Stories of the Goddess, Divine Frequency Keepers. And I'm just so excited to have you here. Good time to connect and dive deep into what we've just begun.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Danielle. Yeah, I'm really excited about this book. It's quite unique. It really embodies the divine feminine, really as frequency keepers. And each woman that steps in is a frequency keeper, just as yourself, Danielle. So I'm really happy that we have collected a beautiful tribe of women. And actually, we still have a few spots available, so you're going to talk about that too.
Yes, and yesterday, you guys, we had our first call. This is not just a opportunity to be a contributing writer, but a writing leadership program. So this is actually a call to all the beautiful goddesses that have been working diligently within their own life, but also helping others. Maybe you have a business and it's flourishing, or maybe you're just getting started. We support sisterhood here, and this is a frequency container that we are looking to expand. There's more opportunity, and like I said yesterday, we got started. It's our first call, and it was so amazing, Rada. Could you share with them a little bit about what the call was like, and a little bit about the program itself, because it's a 6 month program.
It's a lengthy program. It embodies a lot of holding space. So it's a sacred container. So that container is sealed off. When you step into that container, it kind of carries you through into the new year, all the way to spring, energetically speaking. And so last night was incredible because the women that showed up were really like holding themselves accountable, holding themselves in a way that I envision the divine feminine leaders to hold themselves. And that's what we wanted. This is about feminine leaders coming and stepping up into a space together, not being intimidated by each other, but honoring each other, knowing that we each have a frequency and a medicine that we can share. And that's a beautiful energetic exchange. What's so special about this is that every month, one woman will step into the circle and lead, right? So last night you actually led us in the intro, and that was so beautiful and so healing. And it really is beautiful and healing to feel another divine feminine frequency come through you, and knowing that when it's coming from pure love, that there's so much healing that we can offer each other.
Mm.
I feel that we are tackling the divine feminine sisterhood wound, which is something that's a little taboo to talk about, but let's do it because the only way that we heal is when we bring things to light. I'm about that all the way. So what the divine feminine sisterhood wound is it's a very archonic kind of energy. It's an energy that um has archons behind it. So when we're deeply wounded, and let me say there's nothing um like innately wrong. Everybody in this world has been deeply wounded. So I want to just say that first and foremost. But when we don't tend to those wounds, when we let them fester and they start to grow bigger and bigger inside of us. And what happens is we're almost, when you don't tend to the wounds and fill it with light, what happens? Archons come in, it's a space. So when you feel I'm not strong enough, I'm not good enough, and I can't do this. Guess who comes in? Archons come in. And so that's why we really need each other, because we have to know we are strong enough. We can do it. And it's through sisterhood that we do it. But the archons want to think otherwise. The archons want to divide, conquer. They want to uh bring pain to each other, and that's a sisterhood wound, because it's not really the original blueprint of sisterhood. It's not the original blueprint of the divine feminine. These archonic wounds create division. They create a feeling of lack and fear. And so by stepping into this circle, we counter that. We actually create a new sacred space. We're coming back to temple, and that's what it is. We're all walking each other home. At the end of the day, that's all we're doing. But we're coming into a temple together, and we're holding hands, and we're saying, "Hey, you're not alone. I'm not alone. We're not alone. We can do this together. You can have your gift. I can have my gift. We can all have our gifts. No one has to take away from each other." In
Mhm.
fact, it only enhances each other in this book.
Yeah.
The whole concept of being a frequency keeper is that each woman holds that, just like you have that Aphrodite frequency, you know, that's part of who you are. It's a very essence, even through the way that your physical being is. So we all have been assigned this divine frequency. So let's celebrate it instead of punishing each other for it, right?
Yes, I love that, and that's what I
Yeah.
felt actually. I like when Amaretta was saying she was doing the little, it gets the energy moving. It's a feel. We're here to feel good, guys, and rise, not let these
Mhm.
lower energies bring us down. And I don't know if everyone watching knows this, but just for those who are not aware what archonic energy is, think of it as just a parasite of the mind, and it channels into your mind and body to prevent the spiritual evolution of the soul, and everything is connected, mind, body, and soul. So whenever you're having those feelings of insecurity, or like, maybe you are, I've been there in the past where you're like, you look at someone, you might judge them and you just don't even realize you're judging them. You're like, oh gosh, like this doesn't feel right. And so that's what I'm saying, guys, that type of energy,
Yeah.
we don't do that here, that we're not on that timeline.
No, we all have something. I love basking in the essence of a divine feminine who
Yeah.
um is embodied, because when she's embodied, there's a feeling of safety,
Yes.
and so I always say you don't have to be perfect to come into this circle. It's not about that, but you have to do a certain amount of work where you're not always like judging or envying, like you have to be like, I am me, and whatever that is, it's okay. And I'm not perfect. I don't have to be. I have so many skills. I have this frequency, and I may not exactly know how to channel it yet, but through the program, through the process, we delve deeper. We delve deep into the writing, and then we delve deep into the persecution, wounds, and we really start to tackle that, clear that out, because this is a big project that's going to come out into the world. And we know that persecution wounds can actually be a huge sabotage. What happens is the fear of being persecuted becomes so strong when we're about to launch that people do really funny things. They don't know why. So we tackle that, right away so that we can get through that. So you don't have to feel like you have to be perfect, that you have it all together. This is something we do together. We come every month raw, real, and vulnerable. And vulnerability is a huge key to success, because inner vulnerability is the greatest gems. That's like our essence, right? That's who we really are. And we let that percolate. We let that manifest. We let that activate. Not the vulnerability where people take advantage, because our group is really tight, it's secure, we have sacred boundaries, and that's why the caliber of women that are stepping in are ready to receive this level of support.
Yes, and I love that, the vulnerability. It's, as an empath, or people who have that and within themselves as empaths, we realize that we have such a special gift, and we no longer have to feel ashamed for being different. Everyone is different, and as an empath, it's actually strength. to have an extreme amount of vulnerability, but not just empaths, women, the divine feminine, the essence of the divine feminine
Mm.
is vulnerable, but that is so much power, so much power. So last night's call was amazing. It was our first one. We still have 5 more to go. And very excited. And this is actually a call to pull in that energy and that frequency for the remaining spots that we have available for the book and for the next few months. And you can totally catch up. This isn't like, oh, you're missing out, you know. And we will always be here for you guys. Email away, or if you want to talk to us on the phone. And I definitely feel this is the time. Now is the time, because this book, we do have a set timeline on when we like to have this published, but we're so flexible that, you know, the right people will be here at the right time. So we're also not pushing it. This is something that's been birthing with Rada Publishing House for some time now. So we are very patient with you guys, and we're very excited to have these wonderful women that are currently already with us, but those who have yet to join. So I look forward to connecting with those individuals. I know you're out there. I'm excited to connect with them.
Yes, I'm so excited too. We both felt that we're like there are a few more that are meant to come in,
Hmm.
all the energy of the soul. We knew that yeah, we felt that the energy was meant to come and be part of this alchemical circle, because what we're doing is really bigger than ourselves. It's actually creating a new template, and it's pretty revolutionary. So I know that the women that are meant to be part of this will feel the call. Thank you so much, Danielle. It's wonderful to be here, and thank you so much for joining us. If you feel the call, do reach out to Danielle. She's here, and we look forward to meeting with you. We're happy to hop on a call with you. Our next meeting will be on November 11th, so you do have plenty of time to just simmer into that. We knew this was going to be like a juicy, kind of a slow, delicious calling in, that we this wasn't like a fast food kind of experience. We've been really getting to know each and every woman that comes into the space, her gifts and her magic and her purpose and her mission. And all of those things are very important. So it's not one of those things that we just are like, "Everybody join." We're like, "If you
Right.
feel the
Yeah.
call, if you feel the call, then you will know, and if you know, you know." So if that's you, don't hesitate. Come join us.
Yes. Thank you, Rada. We appreciate your time, and I'm excited to connect with you guys. So just send me a message and I'll be happy to help you.
Hello.
Bye for now. Thank you, guys.